Hey, what's up guys? It's your boy LVG right back. So today we are doing a guide for the new dungeon on Season of the Rivals. This new dungeon is called Prophecy, and so far guys, I have to say this dungeon is the best dungeon on Destiny so far. The dungeon is absolutely stunning visually, not just visually. The mechanics and the fighting and every boss and every encounter is really good. I do like it, and I just think it's just by far the best dungeon we got. You always can find me on Mixer, mixer.com/LordValGaming. You can find me every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday and Sunday. And if you have any questions, if you have any doubts, or if you want to play with us, my community will welcome you, and I will welcome you to play with us anytime. So you get teleported here. So this is basically what we go to the Gambit games. So not the Gambit trials. So you turn around, and I'm going to be showing you guys also the eggs, because there's some collectibles in here. So I'm gonna be collecting the eggs. So as you spawn, you turn around and collect your first egg. After that, as you guys can see at the bottom of the screen, there is a black things, like black smoke going on at the bottom of my screen. So what that black smoke is going to do is basically make you, when you kill this knight is gonna spawn black modes. If you have the black, it will spawn, you kill the knight, it will spawn black modes. And if it's white and you kill the knights, it will spawn white modes. Once you collect 5 modes, you see that black pin. So I'm collecting black modes. I go into the black pin, click on the right trigger, boom, there you go. That clears that platform. So basically that's what's gonna happen throughout the entire dungeon. All you have to do is go and collect those modes, kill the knights, collect the modes, and deposit the modes. How do you know what modes and what color do you have on your bottom of the screen? Why is it white sometimes? Why is it black sometimes? So what I'm going to explain to you is how do you know when to kill him. On the if you're standing on the shadow, that will be black, and if you're standing on the clear, on the light, those modes will be white. So depending on where you're standing, when you kill the knight, either on the shadow or on the light, it will turn the modes either shadow, black modes, or clear modes. So basically that screen, what the screen is doing is showing you what kind of modes you're gonna be dropping if you kill the knight at that exact moment. So if you're standing in the shadow and the smoke is kind of on your screen, kind of like dark, so basically that's gonna tell you when you kill the knight at that exact moment, those modes will be black. If you're standing on the light, if you're standing on the clear, basically when you kill that knight, it will drop white modes. So that's the only difference. This is the one mechanic that is going to carry on throughout the entire dungeon. Okay, so moving on to the next section. Now what we're going to have to do is basically the same thing as we have been doing at the start, which is just basically grabbing the modes, killing the knights, grabbing the white or black modes. And this is going to have we're gonna have a corridor where we're going to have to do exactly the same thing, grabbing the that black modes or grabbing the white modes and depositing them into the platforms. That's about it. This is kind of like a transition, kind of a encounter, because it's not really a full encounter. It's just kind of like a transition, opening the next bit of the encounter. Right, so on to the next section. What you're gonna have is, just as you finish that, you're gonna have another egg, another collectible, so you can pick up just right there. And moving on to the next section. the first thing you're gonna do is just jump onto the right side after you just climb and just pick up the another egg, another of the collectibles, which is gonna be just right there. Onto the encounter. How is the encounter? So in this encounter, what you're gonna be doing is exactly the same as we've been doing before. If you stay in the shadow or you stay on the light, when you kill your knight, it will drop either the shadow, darker modes or the clear modes. As you can see, there is 3 different platforms, which there will be like different colors. There will be like dark or clear. All you have to do is just go and drop after you grab your 5 modes and the big boss in the middle, which has a shield. So basically that mechanic, what it's going to do is once you use your 5 modes on each and every single one of the platforms, it is going to unlock the shield of the big boss and you can just shoot him. It is as simple as that. Grab your modes, deposit them onto the respective platforms, and just shoot the boss as quick as you can. Obviously, this can be done as many times as you want. We got it done within the first phase, but you will not always be as fast as that. You can do it in 2-3 phases. The only problem is that you have to repeat the same thing if you don't kill him. That's all. The next section is just simply clear everything you see around, and I'm going to be driving you towards the chest. If you follow this exact path that I'm following, just clear everything you see on your way and just follow this exact way. Just kill the next another one of these big guys, but just through this side. Get through the tunnel, just crouch, and you will be able to pick up the next chest. It's a secret chest where you can get another piece of gear. So we are moving on to the next bit, where it's basically just the same thing, just clearing everything, making your way towards the next encounter. So you just kill everything, destroy the blights, and that should guide you to the next section. So to enter the next area, you just have to look for that cube looking like lights, and just get through that path, that tunnel. Then you stand on the next area where I'm going to be showing you where the next Easter egg is. So it's not here, you just have to jump over, just jump up through these platforms and all the way up here onto the next one. You jump onto the cube on the middle, and it should be right there. That's where the next cube is. So moving on to this encounter. So this encounter, what you have to do, as you can see that blight that was on the circle, there is 4 different circles on the map, 1 on each side, and the same circle at the top of the room. You see that circle right there. So where you see Toland's, that little white orb glowing, that's Toland. So basically where you see Toland, it's where you have to go and dunk your modes. Exactly the same methodology as we've been doing up until now. Dark modes and light modes, the white modes. So basically if you kill the knight in the light, they will drop like right there. They will drop the white modes. So I'm picking up those modes because Toland is starting on just exact to my right side, just there. So that beam at the bottom, as you can see, right underneath Toland, is white. So what you have to do is dunk your modes right there, just heading to Toland. As you can see, the same exact side as Toland, you have to go and dunk your mode. So if it's white, you have to go and collect the white modes. If it's dark, the beam is dark underneath Toland, you have to go and collect the dark modes. So now after you finish the encounter, you just walk into the middle and you just get teleported into the next section, which is basically the same map all over again on a different position. So that's that's all the whole encounter. So right now, as you can see, we are moving on to the second section of the encounter. I am just looking for Toland to see where the Toland is. You see, Toland is right there. So the beam is black. That's the black beam right there, as you can see. We have to collect now black motes to continue to the next section of this encounter. But before we move on, just remember, if Toland is not standing on the 4 sides of the circles and is standing on the middle one at the top of the room, that means you can dunk your modes wherever you want. There is no need to be white or black. Whatever you pick up the first, just dunk them on any of the beams and it will work. So you do the same thing 4 different times, I think it is 4 times, and the 5th one you enter the last phase of this encounter, which is just killing the last boss. The last boss is a taken, a cabal taken, a big guy. So he will spawn, as you can see, once I turn around, he's gonna spawn right there. So you just have to kill him as fast as possible. Why do you have to kill him as fast as possible? Because the longer it takes you to kill him, the more ads are going to start spawning and the more difficult are going to make your life. But that's about it. You have finished the next encounter and we're gonna be heading on to the last one. So the same thing you're gonna be doing, you're gonna be heading out of the same tunnel, and same again, you're gonna be clearing your way towards the next section, just killing everything on your path. And what you have to look is for a place where it has some stairs with like a triangle looking at the top of the stairs. You can see the stairs right there at the end, where you are going to be able to just enter the next encounter. Just follow the same path. This section is actually really cool. It's like the abstract, and you know, you are with your sparrow. It is absolutely stunning. So just follow this path and you will be able to pick up the nest egg. That's another one of the lore eggs. So you turn around, you start heading back. This is the way that you have to take to enter the last section. So and then after that, I'm gonna be showing you right after this the exact next secret chest where you can pick up the next bit of your gear. So we arrived to the last encounter. In here, what we have to do is the same thing: collect the motes and deposit them on the platforms. So there is 3 different platforms on each side where you can see the big guys shooting down at us. You have to clear them. So once you clean one of the sides, it's basically you're gonna have like a safe side. As you can see behind me, there is no big boss. We cleared that already, so that makes it a little bit easier because there's a lot of ads, and this encounter is 1060, which is quite tough. So you have to be in cover. Just be careful, always keep in movement. This dungeon is all about movement. As you can see here, I picked up the modes. I'm going to dunk them right here, and there's going to be this guy is going to disappear. I'm going to jump onto that platform, and you just have to kill the ogre. You don't have to jump onto this platform, but I jump because I feel like it's safer and I don't get shot by everything. Each one of us was standing on a different place, so we kind of throwing fire on 3 different places because you can die very, very easily in this encounter as is 1060. So basically in this encounter you have to do the same thing 3 different times to get past this encounter. So basically we've done 2 already. We're gonna be jumping into the last one. So my teammate is gonna go and pick up the 3 modes, and he's going to grab them and come all the way to this our side to dunk it on the last platform. There's going to be 2 of one, 2 of light, or 2 dark, and then 1 of the other ones, or maybe 3 of the same one. You just have to look for them and make sure you're killing the knights on the correct moment. As you can see, it disappears, and the next ogre is going to spawn. We just have to kill the ogre. Once you have killed all 3 ogres, the whole team has to go running into the middle. As you can see in here, we're just trying to clear a little bit more. There is no timer here, so you can take as much time as you want. You can farm, you can farm some ammo. You can farm a little bit of super. So just make sure you can clear everything. There is no timer here, so you just have to take your time. These ads are not going to spawn anymore. Once you have killed all of them, just head into the middle platform, and from that point you are going to be teleported onto the next section. And on this area, what you're gonna be doing is shooting the boss. The boss is shooting at you, and also he's sending something your way. That thing that is sending you is a portal. So if he hits you with that portal, it will teleport you like somewhere random back into the map. So if you're jumping, you might be in trouble because you might actually just fall off the one of the platforms. So you just have to basically make your way onto these platforms and just move towards the boss. I would recommend to be always in front of the boss. Try to make it always like you are 1 platform ahead of him, and try to do as much damage as you can. Then clear all the little ads as much as you can as well. Clear the snipers. The snipers will hurt you a lot, and then just try to move on, as well as doing damage. All these platforms, you can see all the platforms we're trying to get ahead of him. We're just clearing everything, and you just move on to the last platform. You have to do this as many times as you want, but the more times you do it, the more difficult it's going to be for you, obviously. But once you have finished it, just keep moving, and you'll be jumping onto the last platform. As you can see, we are going to be jumping onto the last platform, just following with as much damage as we can in the meantime. So as you can see right there, we're gonna have this is the last section. So this is where I would say try to use all your supers and all your heavy, because this is where you're gonna have the time to do the most damage. He's gonna stay right there in the middle, and you can do as much damage as you want. As you can see right there, it's when we're finishing, and boom, there you go. You have finished the newest Destiny 2 dungeon, which is a blast. I love it. You get teleported into this last section. You pick up your glimmer bouncing all over the place and your brand new piece of gear. And thank you very much, guys, for staying with me on this guide of the newest Destiny 2 dungeon, Prophecy. I love this raid. Thank you very much, guys. If you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up, like it, and comment if you want me to do any more guides. And remember, you can find me on Twitch, twitch.tv/LordValGaming. I stream every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and Sunday. And until next time, guys, bye bye.